And so this song is about a trolley, and well, just the gist of it, it's about a trolley going through town and a love song and a kissing booth. But that's basically the gist. Thank you so much.
Okay. When we were born, everybody after 1933, when they created the Social Security Administration, and then they confiscated all the gold. Our mothers, unbeknownst, because there's no full disclosure, signed us over to the federal corporation. And I'm not a party to that false contract, because nobody told my mom, nobody told your parents what was actually going on. And now that we know we have powerful keys to our reclamation of our destiny and our freedom, but we have to not just be aware of your true status, but we have to declare it. We have to clarify it. If you don't clarify your true status, and in my case, I'm a sovereign Hawaiian national under Keakua's law. I'm a kingdom subject, and I am not subject to a man or a woman. Even the king and the chiefs and all the people are subject, yes, but not to a who, to what? They're subject to the Creator's law. And I know I'm saying things that you know intuitively, but society has co-opted reality such that all the media, all the commerce, all the education, all the so-called health care, they're all operating under color of corporate law. And in corporate law, as opposed to God's natural law, politics and money have their sway. So, there are two kinds of law on earth, basically. There's man's law, typically founded upon politics and money. And then there's the Creator's law, natural law. Natural law is not affected by politics and money. And natural law, the Creator's law, God's law, as codified Declaration of Rights 1839, is very, very simple. When you're 5 years old, you already know what the law is. But then great effort has been placed upon us so that statutes and regulations of corporate law rule the day until now. What is God's law? Basically, what is the truth? Be truthful. Has any harm been done? Do no harm. And what is the status of agreements, if any? Honor your word. Those three principles are the basis of lawful adjudication. Okay? You have an unalienable right, and I would argue a responsibility to protect not only your own, but each other's unalienable right to full disclosure, substantive due process. So if somebody, anybody, and people have claims all day long. We respect the right for all people to make claims, but you have to bring facts and evidence to the table. And that's why we needed to create a Jural assembly, otherwise known as Circle of Sovereigns, Hawaiian nationals, sovereigns, under the Creator's Law, Declaration of Rights, 1839. We are not a full-service government operation, but we have established since August 3rd, 2017, we have established a Hawaiian Kingdom Jural Assembly. And so this is how, when we serve notice to the state corporation, or to the feds, or to anybody, that we serve them notice openly, transparently, and with full accountability about who we are, where we are, and what is the law. There's a number of events or activities that are happening right now. Let me go. I hope it doesn't feedback if I step. Shut back up. So I put at the top here, Circle of Sovereigns, Hawaiian Kingdom Jural Assembly, because it is the basis. Have you guys heard of Circle of Sovereigns? Any? Some of you? Okay. Yeah? Okay. Thank you. It is the basis of our ability to collectively serve notice to the state, corporation, employees, and agents that Hawaiian Kingdom is in continuity and that we are acting lawfully, peacefully, with full transparency and accountability in the law. So here are some activities that are happening. And if you have any questions or you have any inclination to support any of these or a couple of them, you can talk to me about it, and some of the people that are actually doing these activities are here. So is Ariel here? I know she was. She was sitting right there. Okay. Oh, she's probably ordering food. Ariel. Okay. Mary Monarch Parade is coming April 27th, and we've applied as a Hawaiian Kingdom body to be in the parade. I think this is the first time that a Hawaiian Kingdom contingent will actually be in the parade. How ironic that the Mary Monarch Parade has no Hawaiian Kingdom contingent, but this year we will. And the nice lady on the phone said, just don't fly your flags upside down. And don't bring signs that say Aole TNT. Okay. So I told her, I said, you know, we're proud of who we are, where we are, and what is the law. And so the message will be to celebrate and clarify and share our voice with Aloha and our presence with Aloha in the parade. So, and definitely the flags will be flying straight up. Okay, so Ariel, who's, hi, there you are, okay. She has done a lot of work with different parades. The Women's March, Ariel has been instrumental in coordinating the Women's March. And this is not as big a job because, you know, it's a Merry Monarch parade, so all we have to do is manage our contingent. And so if anyone has questions about our presence in the parade or ideas for how we are to do it, you could talk to her about that. Okay. Okay, thank you. Crown Land reclamations, there's 1.8 million acres of Hawaiian Kingdom land that cannot be sold. But after 126 years of occupation, color of law and defective title is everywhere. Everywhere after 1893. People know about this. The governor knows, the attorney general knows, all the judges been served notice, everybody knows. So much of the work to clarify who we are, where we are, and what is the law has already been done. But we all have such busy lives trying to survive in Babylon Matrix. So I really appreciate Hawaiians of all colors come together and support each other in our unalienable right to reclaim our destiny. And Hawaii has a very important destiny in the world. We can transition the Babylon Matrix peacefully. It's going to be a lot of fun. It can be. Yeah? Music and, okay. Okay, so Crown Land reclamations are going on. We have 30 acres in Glenwood, a new couple of acres near Orchid Land. We have some land in Opihikau. And we have served notice with Aloha to county and state people that false presumptions of title are not allowed. And so this, once again, is why it's so important that those of you who are interested and can make the time, it doesn't take much, but it does take some thought and commitment to form the core Jural Assembly, the Circle of Sovereigns. If we don't have that core, then I or somebody else individually go in and make a claim and clarify, got all my ducks in order, but because I'm alone, they just pick you off. Some of us have spent time in the box because we demanded full disclosure and substantive due process. So I'm grateful for those of you that have been thinking about and have been applying your kuleana in the way that is unique to you. Okay? We have land and we're occupying it. And one of the properties, personal property was stolen. Okay? The bank and the real estate company, I'm not sure who. Because we put our signs up, who we are, what we're doing, contact information. We have to outreach people in honor and say, this is what we're doing and why. Now, banks and real estate companies think that they don't have to do the same. So they'll come in and put up locks and plywood and take stuff. And so what we're going to do tomorrow is a Hawaiian National is going to file a theft report as a Hawaiian national to the county police since they handle issues of theft. So we're leaving a trail of status and the law. And I think they're not surprised. I know they're not surprised. They actually, the judges all know, they need us to do this. See, they're contracted with the state corporation to stay on that corporate script. Okay, they won't deviate from that because they'll lose their job. But I'm grateful to say and to know that some people working through the British Accreditation Regency, bar, attorney, have the heart of aloha and care about the fact that truth really matters. And what is lawful and pono needs to be reclaimed. Okay? Hawaiian Kingdom Travel Liability Trust. A professional attorney is going to be examining, because he does trust all the time. And I talked to Peter Kubota. And I saw him because he testified in opposition to Huhonoa, the bioenergy fiasco, where they were going to cut down 5 acres of forest a day, and 5 to 7 giant trucks would be going up and down the Hamakua coast, and 21 million gallons of water would be used in this so-called bioenergy project. You know, there's a lot of things going on that are endangering the Aina and our lives. 2 more new military operations or trainings in Kohala and in Kona. Of course, TMT is coming back. Just this week, PGV is coming back. Huhonua, right? Huhonua is in process. But because it's corporate law, it doesn't matter if you protest, if you testify, if you vote. It doesn't matter. They want you to protest. They want you to testify. They want you to vote. Because it perpetuates the myth that you actually have a de jure government, a de jure people's government. And that officially went right out the window in 1871 when they created the District of Columbia. So when they arrested the Queen in 1893, the United States Federal Corporation was already in treasonous operation for 22 years. So we didn't get invaded. We didn't get occupied by an actual de jure government. We got occupied, invaded, to this very moment, by a foreign-controlled corporation. Okay? So that's the way I've been filing. That's the way other people have been filing. You make a claim, you bring facts and evidence, and now people who work for the corporation, they have their opportunity to rebut, to respond with facts and evidence. But in my 5-6 years of putting the truth on paper with signature and thumbprint, no one in the state of Hawaii has responded. Okay? So they're in big default and big dishonor. So shame on us if we can't organize ourselves. It takes a little bit of time, so I'm so glad we're here today. Organize ourselves in a lawful body, a Hawaiian Kingdom Jural Assembly, okay? And then support actions that Hawaiians of all colors will be taking on this Aina, in this soil. The other thing that we inform the judges is that controversy on this soil is not lawfully adjudicated in the state of Hawaii. Controversy on this soil is adjudicated lawfully in Hawaiian Kingdom. And that's where we are. If anyone has facts and evidence that Hawaiian Kingdom ended or that's not where we are, then they are required to bring forward that evidence. But no one has any proof that we're really in the state of Hawaii lawfully. We're here, they have standing, they've been doing their thing, county too, but it's not based on the law. Because there's no statute of limitations on fraud. And it's a big fraud. Shame on us if we are not able to organize ourselves, clarify our status in the law. So that's what we're doing. I'm so glad that we're all here to do that, or to begin that process. That's why meeting here every Sunday, 1 o'clock, will be very helpful. Okay, there's a Kingdom compound near the farmer's market. Have you guys seen the Kingdom compound? There's a whole bunch of tents like adjacent to the Hilo Farmers Market. Some of our friends who are houseless have found a place to stay. And a little haole Jewish lady called me and said, I want to return that little half-block parcel unto lawful jurisdiction. Yeah, so you never know where Pono's going to come from. Yeah? So one of the things, what's that?
My display, because I'm on that list somewhere.
Oh, you got a display?
My compound.
Yes, Opihikau is another compound,
We have
right?
a compound in Opihikau. I'll have the poster over there so you can see it smaller. I inherited this land as a 15-mile marker, and I'm returning it to the nation. It's going to become a museum and a park, a little line museum.
It's a beautiful property. Yeah, I love it.
1 acre. We still have the display over there. I've been there since January 1st.
This is Joe B, you guys. Yeah.
And the 15-mile marker, so I'll have my display over there. Thank you.
Fearless, this one.
Yeah. Well, I was given the mission. I was given the mission to do this, so I'm only a humble servant.
Yeah, ultimately, what we really want is not for individual will be done. We want the Creator's will be done. The Creator that lives within all of us, the higher frequency of love and kindness. And it doesn't have to be, it will not be a violent transition, because this is the Aloha Nation, and we got this. But we have to apply ourselves on so many different levels, in agriculture, in healthcare, in education, in all things that are sustainable and self-reliant, relationships. We have to apply that aloha energy, and now you can follow your bliss. Just do no harm. Follow your bliss. That's the law. Follow your bliss. Do no harm. Okay. I guess I can open it up for any questions. The main thing I wanted to share today is how critically important it is that the Jural Assembly stay connected. You can have as little as 6 people. I got a stack about that thick of all these Hawaiian nationals. Some of them here, some of them I haven't seen in over a year. But that's okay. But it just takes a small group of people in unity, in the law, with aloha, applying and serving notice to the different county and state entities, and we can move mountains that way. Yeah. Question?
Jean, this is not a question, but just 2 things. Number 1, with regards to Crown land reclamation, if I may suggest, so that they are not able to take it away, take anything away, have a lien put on title and it will be hard for anybody to take that away. Have a lien, talk to a real estate lawyer, see how a lien can be put on title, and it won't be easy to take the land away. And I know that because I'm a realtor. Number two, with regards to the parade, the Merry Monarch Parade, may I suggest that one Sunday we all gather here and do our signs.
Oh, paint the sign.
Let's do our signs. Bring your materials, your whatchamacallit, your boards, your something, markers, whatever. And we come here, you know, and we have fun, we have music, and we do the signs.
That sounds great.
Thank you.
Well, great. Thanks, everyone. Well, we're gonna come back. You know, thank you so much to Brother Sam over there. That he opened up this space, because this is ground zero for Hawaiian Kingdom. And yeah, so next week we can start making signs. If you want to bring paint and boards, stick and glue, whatever, we gotta keep it positive. Gotta keep it positive. But you know, positive declarations of who we are, where we are, and what is the law. I think that's really a point of celebration for us.
I'm going to do a commercial for Hawaiian Force. Hawaiian Force made these t-shirts. These t-shirts would be great for the parade. You don't know what you wear. Go get a t-shirt that says My Queen. They're downtown, next to the Salvation Army store. So My Queen, Hawaiian Force. Yeah. A Hawaiian Force downtown in Hilo.
Yes, and
You can be wearing your shirt pre-parade, after the parade, forever. You know, it won't be a dated t-shirt. It'll be a forever t-shirt. But it'll be full of things we're all marching around.
Yeah, our contingent is called the Queen's Jubilee.
Yeah, the Queen's Jubilee.
That's our contingent. That's what we're called. So.
Queen's t-shirts. Okay, so that's my commercial. Hawaiian Force downtown, Hilo, My Queen t-shirts. Thank you. My Queen's Jubilee.
How much?
$23. 23. I cut mine out. That's 3.
Okay, we're gonna have more music, but
What day is the parade? Oh, April 27th.
April 27th,
It's always a Saturday.
Saturday.
April 27th.
Always.
We're gonna have more music. Oh, yes, hi.
Jean, before we transition to something else, could you touch on the courtroom support?
Okay,
We got a little sidetracked, and I'm just curious to get a brief
okay,
understanding of
okay, yeah.
if it's a good time.
Okay, I am able to when I can, and I was in court 3 days last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. If you are ready to become a Hawaiian national, then we have a form. It's a pledge, which is basically the Creator's Law as codified Declaration of Rights, 1839. And 3 witnesses, and the process of clarifying your status has officially begun. Then what we would do is, you know, we would go to the courthouse and file, you know, to get a stamp and a seal. And we're serving notice to the system that you're a Hawaiian national, that you're no longer to be presumed to be U.S. citizen property. Okay? Now, if you have actually harmed somebody, that makes things a lot more difficult, because we're not here to protect people if they've done harm. But if you're traveling and you have a right to travel lawfully in your own country, and they want to charge you for registration, safety check, insurance, etc., there's really no lawful proof that we have to follow any of that, okay? However, it's important that we travel with full responsibility. And so that's why the Hawaiian Kingdom Travel Liability Trust is being crafted right now. And I don't know, Peter Kubota might go, Gene, this is too high. I don't know if I can do this, you know. I don't know. But he said he finds that very interesting. And I believe even if he doesn't follow through completely, the basics of a kingdom travel liability trust are going to be in our possession. And then we have all rights to be responsible and to implement that. Once that is in place, then we will serve notice to the governor and the attorney general. We got all our ducks in order. We're traveling in our own country, looking forward to coexistence on the road. You have 21 days, Attorney General, to respond to our claim. We have facts and evidence that this is all lawful. Typically, they don't do anything. Well, we will have served notice, and then plates are going on, and we're traveling. So that's why it's important that, you know, just like one guy doesn't do it all by his lonesome, that people stand together in our collective truth. There's oftentimes the criticism that Hawaiian Kingdom, once again, is divided. And it's true. Hawaiian Kingdom has been largely divided, but that can be solved because all the while we can be reminded that there's only one Hawaiian Kingdom and there's unity in the law. So if there is unity in the law, which there is because the Creator's law is not written by man, the Creator's law is self-evident, be truthful, do no harm, honor your word. So we can do this, and we actually have to. Okay. Aloha. Okay, so that's your question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you guys have court dates, you have questions about that, you know, I try to help what I can, but you know, we need more people to help clarify and stand in honor, but all the judges know now. But we just have to be, you know, when we file, you could actually file, okay, and you don't even have to say anything. It says everything I needed to say has been filed, okay. Some of the judges actually allow me and others to, even though we're not British Accreditation Regency attorneys, they allow us to speak. Okay? After all, we're in the Hawaiian Kingdom. So they allow us to speak as a standby counsel. And I actually have, Gary Zamber is my standby counsel. I have not contracted him. I am not under state jurisdiction lawfully, although that presumption keeps hammering away. So with Aloha, we soften the edges of that false presumption, and we show people that truth with love and aloha is going to benefit all. We're releasing universal abundance. Okay? So that's, does that answer your question? Okay. Any other thoughts or questions?
I have a question.
Hey, Tim.
You mentioned putting a lien on a property. How,
Real estate lady.
I know about liens.
That sounds interesting.
There are many different kinds of liens you can put on a property. For example, if you had work done on your property, or no, I'm sorry, if you're a mechanic or a construction worker and the owner of the property did not pay you, you know, he put one over you, you can put a lien on that property and he cannot sell that property. You need to see a real estate lawyer. There are many different kinds of liens.
How would
But-
that help with the-
Oh, I beg your pardon?
How would that relate to
It'd be a Hawaiian Kingdom lien.
Hawaiian Kingdom, well, I
On the
thought I
property.
heard a while ago that there was a piece of land that belongs to the Hawaiian Kingdom and for some reason it disappeared it disappeared, or it probably got taken over, or it probably got sold. So to prevent anybody from selling your property or claiming it, you have a lien attached to it.
That's great. Great.
The title, a lien attached to the title.
Right, right. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I mean, people know Hawaii's true status is not a controversy. The question is, how do we apply the truth and the law effectively, peacefully, with aloha? How do we do that? And so people working for the state corporation, they need us to do this. Because if we collectively allow Babylon Matrix to keep marching forward, then the New World Order is what it is. And 5G is already being installed, right? And all of these projects that poison the land and sacrifice our right to privacy, sacrifice so much. So by clarifying the truth and the law, it shines a light on that which was covered in darkness, and the cockroaches scurry away. So this circle of light is so very important. I'm very appreciative. Now, if there's any state employees or agents here, that's cool. If I've made a statement about Hawaii's true status that is not true, we've been waiting for someone to show up and go, oh, that's not true. No one ever does that because everyone knows what happened. So we have to apply. We have to apply the truth with aloha. Okay, any other questions?
One question, just
Yes.
clarity on nationals. Probably most of us here would be nationals. Is that correct?
Okay. Hawaiian is a nationality. It's not a race. Okay? Kanaka Maoli, or the Koko blood, those are the Ohanas that have been here the longest. Of course, most of them intermarried anyway. So it's important to remember Hawaiian is a nationality. So Hawaiians of all colors have the right and responsibility to reclaim pono. Okay, does that answer the question? Okay. One of the things that is happening now is, oh, I didn't write that down. I'll write it down. It's called Mo'oku Auhau. Mo'oku Auhau. Here we go. Mo'oku Auhau. Okay, that Mo'oku Auhau is the protocol and the process whereby Kanaka Maoli that have ali'i koko, that have a genealogy connected to the royals, they have standing, they have rights, they have title that need to be brought forward, and we welcome that. I don't have any Koko blood. I am a Hawaiian national. I have unalienable rights. But we need to respect those that have the genealogy, the bloodline, to present their claim with evidence and to serve, lead, and protect Hawaii in the way that they know how. Of course, there's people that have ali'i koko only sit on the couch and complain. You gotta walk your talk. There's people ali'i koko that don't want to present themselves because they're afraid. Okay, they're afraid that, oh, if I show that I have rights to certain ahupua'a and stuff, that I'm going to be a target. So, this is not the time to be afraid. This is the time to trust the Creator and assert. Okay? And so the Mo'oku Auhau is begun. And we're going to be doing that on 3 or 4 locations on this island, and then on all the other islands. And so this is a powerful point of unity of all the families coming together and reclaiming their birthright. But we also have to make sure that they know, that we know, that they know nobody's subject to a man. I embrace leadership. I embrace the kuleana of people who want to serve and protect. But if you do harm, no matter you the king or a chief or whoever you are, if you do harm, every individual has the right to make a verified claim that, oh, you know, the guy, he's taran, I respect, but he harmed me. And then it becomes the right and responsibility of the Jural Assembly, of the nation, of the lahui, of the people, to examine facts and evidence to resolve the controversy, to adjudicate and arrive at conclusions in the law. You don't pay a foreign British accreditation regency to represent you in the practice of law. All Keakua requires is that each of us live lawfully. Big respect for my lawyer friends. But that's what the Creator requires. Requires that you live lawfully. And what does that mean? It means be truthful, do no harm, and honor your word. That's the basis of lawful adjudication. Pretty simple. But because we've been brainwashed and occupied in our minds, in our land, for a long time, we fail to remember the most basic truth about who we are and where we are. Okay? Is anyone interested in becoming a supporter or being involved in Circle of Sovereigns? Really? Okay. If you are, just write on this, just write your contact information. And I promise I won't call to hum up you all the time. But we will be asked to serve. We will be asked by life, by controversies on the land, to serve in the law. Okay? All right. And you also would need to become a sovereign Hawaiian national, okay? You would need to do one of these here. Okay, any other questions? You guys ready for music? Rocky? Okay, and Dia, thank you. Okay, so Rocky and Dia are gonna play some amazing Aloha Aina songs. Okay, brah.
I first met Thea. Ellie was gone, and she said, "You want to come see me? I'm living on the edge of Pele," which she did. Pele, Railroad Avenue, Kumukai Point. Before that, I didn't get out, so here I have a whole bunch of songs. It's sovereign songs.
So yes, this is to thank Keakua and Tutu Pele for allowing us to be here on this sacred island, and of course Uncle Robert and their families. So mahalo, and y'all join with us. I don't stand in front of a microphone very often, so this is pretty amazing that I'm up here. And yes, I've been blessed that I got to meet Rocky. He is a Kanaka Maole, and I met him through the Mauna Awa Kea group. So, and we got together and we've just been having a ball on my farm that I get to go back home to, because Tutupele allowed me to go back home. So I am blessed, and I'm blessed that I'll be able to call myself a national as soon as I do what it takes to do that. And so I'm blessed. Thank you, Jean, for allowing us to be here to sing these amazing songs. All these songs Rocky wrote, and except for the Pele song. We did that together.
This next one is called Huli. The Huli is coming. America, the Huli is coming. Can't stop it.
We're the Huli.
We are the Huli. We are the Huli.
Huli means change. We're in the change.
in a free Hawaii. I can feel the hula coming. Can you feel the hula coming? To Hawaii, to Hawaii, to a free Hawaii. I can feel the hula coming. Can you feel the hula coming? To Hawaii, to Hawaii, to a free Hawaii. When our culture will thrive in a free Hawaii, where our queen and kupu can finally rest in peace in a free Hawaii. I can feel the hula coming. Can you feel the hula coming? To Hawaii, to Hawaii, to a free Hawaii, to a free Hawaii. When I was born in the kingdom of Hawaii, and that's where I still live today. In a U.S. occupied Hawaii, but the hula is here. Yes, the hula is here in Hawaii. I'm free, Hawaii, in a free Hawaii. Can you feel the hula?
So this is Tiana and Hawk. I'm sure you guys know them.
And it's one of our favorite songs to me. Palihua means talking about the most majestic place high up in the mountains of the Oahu Mountains. And it's just through the misty Kanilehua rain how majestic this place is. And to us, of course, this extends through the whole planet Earth is sacred land. All of it is sacred land. So, what is that mountain name called? the Hawaiian Mountain Range is where Polly Hill presents. So this is one of my favorite Amy songs. I love so much of Amy Hanai the Ikilian. If you haven't heard her, check her out. She's amazing. So here's this. Thank you so much. It's our favorite Amy Hanai the Ikilian song.
One day, Maramo Pikal. Pikal is here. 132 is here.
One day I'll be free, proud to be on the same time, singing songs of freedom. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been waiting for all the people to say that we don't want to die no more, that we no more, and my children will be one day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day, one day, our children will play. On the way, children will play. One day, one day, one day. Oh, 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 Thank you. This one's dedicated to all the protectors of the Mauna and all the protectors of Mother Earth. We are Mauna Kea. We are sacred land. We are Mauna Kea. We are the world as it stands. Listen up, all beautiful Aina people. Listen up, listen up. We gotta save our lives. Listen up, all you beautiful Aina people. Listen up, 'cause we gotta save our lives. We are Mauna Kea. We are sacred land. We are Mauna Kea. We are the world as it stands. We are Mauna Kea. We are sacred land. Oh, we are Mauna Kea. We are the world as it stands. Listen up, beautiful Aina people. Listen up, 'cause we gotta save our lives. Listen up, all you beautiful Aina people. Listen up, we gotta take a stand, take it all. We got to take it all, take it all, take it all. Ole TMT, Awe, the university, where is all the money for the Aina community? Is living on the beach, so working 40 hours a week. We're living in poverty. This is life in Hawaii. All the people of the world struggling to keep a hold of the land or any soul. No business without a soul. Save the waters for our life. Protect the mountain from our strife. We got to Thank you so much. It's our last song, I think, yeah. For today. We'll be back next Sunday. Come bring your friends.
One more. Which one are we gonna do? Let's do.
Rank a piece to get what you do.
Warriors are we? Warriors. That's what it's taken, right? Warrior up.
Every year, the TNT has been trying to go up in April. That's the bottom line. They're going to try to get up some stuff up there, but we can probably block them. But anybody know anything? Let us know. We gotta protect what's left. I used to think I was doing it for me. It ain't that way anymore. We're doing it for the Kikioka and all the ones coming up here. Water is life. Well, we dance to the great rain spirit, please send the sacred rain, so the animals, plants, and trees and me can drink the water of life. Water is life. Hey, Hawaii, Hawaii. Water is life. Hey, Hawaii, Hawaii. Water is life. Water is life. From the top of Mauna Kea to the Kahakai, water is life. From Mokuokeawe to Kauai, water is life. Water is life. Hey, Hawaii, Kauai. Water is life. Hey, Hawaii, Kauai. Water is life. Water is life. When the greedy corporate presidents threaten the waters of life, and all the First Nations gather to protect the waters of life. Water is life. Hey, Hawaii, Hawaii. Oh, water